This is the New York session stream, taken as part of our Road to Funded series. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you get anything of value. Don't forget, turn on that notification bell because we're live every weekday, Monday to Friday at 7:30 a.m. Eastern, 12:30 p.m. Watt, West African time. With that being said, let's get right into the charts. All right, y'all. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody doing good. Hope this is gonna be a I can feel it in my bones. This is gonna be a good trading week, All right, with the way we wrapped up last week, I can feel it in my spine. It's gonna be a good week. Hopefully a profitable week, because good weeks don't always mean profitable weeks, right? It could be a good week in terms of lessons learned or progress made on in terms of emotion, or risk management, something. Hopefully it means profitable week though. So let's see what's going on. Let's see what we're cooking up here. Cool. All right, hold up, am I muted? Music good? Music level good? I think we're chilling. Let me just make sure. Okay, I think we're chilling. Okay, so let's get right into this analysis, right? So monthly, GJ on the monthly, we've been coming up, right? We've been coming up. Again, what the move we are currently looking to mirror right now, right, is we're looking at what has happened the few times we've closed right at this level, right? And if you look to the left, it's only one time. I mean, you could consider this as well, right? You could say this rejection up here also closed at this level, but I think this most closely resembles, so you could see this as being two levels, right? So you have this level here and then you have this level here. So this closure here most closely resembles our current closure on the previous monthly, right? So right now what we're looking to do is mirror this move in some type of way. If you look at this candle, or if you look at this closure here, once you close respecting, you came up. I mean, this candle came all the way up here, then rejected, and then the next candle came all the way up here to form a top wick and then flip to drive down, right? If you look at this current candle, this candle didn't create as much of a top wick as this one did, right? So our first initial area of potential rejection was around here, but now as you can see, we've blown clean through that, and now we're still coming up. So if we're looking to sort of mirror that move now, right, given that the direction we are so heavily bullish, we are now looking at these highs, right? So now my monthly level, I have a monthly level at about 208.6, right? The levels that I'm looking, right, in terms of this top wick, if you look here, you have 1 rejection, 2 rejection, 3 rejection. You have a good amount of rejections from this level. So I am looking at that as potential targets. So that's around 208. And before 208, we have potential level, right? We have a potential level before 208 as well, around 207.2, right? So right now we're just looking for potential areas we could buy up to, right? Because we are heavily bullish on this GJ pair. We are heavily bullish. So I really have no reasons to start, looking for sales long term, right? I mean, not like yesterday Asian session, right? So yesterday I took some sales on GJ, right? We got a little bit of sales on GJ. So it's not that I'm not looking for sell positions per se. It's just like in terms of the overall move, I'm not expecting that we're gonna start driving down long term until we tap into these areas, right? So if we tap into these areas and then we start seeing the sales, right, the long-term sales start to form, maybe on the lower time frames, then we can start saying, we're about to see a shift in the direction, right? But for now, we are just heavily bullish, right? Okay, so we go down to the weekly. We're currently at a weekly level, right? If you can see previous week or last week we closed bullish respecting this level, right? Now what have we done? We created a bottom wick and then we're starting to come up. So let's see if we're mirroring a move now. I mean, let's see. So when last did we close respecting? So this candle is almost similar to what we currently have, right? This one right here, it's almost similar. So you close respecting this level, right? Then you came down, created your bottom wick around here, and then you continue to push up, right? You continue to push up. You didn't completely fill this range until the next candle, until the next weekly candle, so you never know, right? Let me see, what other instance did we close sort of respecting? I mean, here you could have this as well, right? You could consider this as well. You did sort of close respecting, came down, yeah, came back up, not really though. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, so this one is basically the lower. We're just gonna see how we form on the lower time frames to continue this push up, right? Because I mean, now we have a bottom wick on this candle. I'm not really seeing anything that sort of mirrors this move exactly, right? Apart from that first one we saw all the way back there, and I mean, according to that, we would need a bottom wick around these areas here, right? So it's not really, yeah, it's not the resemblance is not enough for me to start saying, okay, I'm expecting to make a bottom wick to those levels, right? So yeah, I am bullish, but I am looking for maybe potentially we might create a steeper bottom wick here, right? Potentially. I believe I have these levels marked out for a reason. I'm not sure why yet though. This is based off my analysis from Asian session. I'm wondering why I have these here, but I haven't seen why I put them here yet. Maybe on the daily time frame, but we'll see. But yeah, previous weekly close bullish respecting. We've created a bottom wick now. Is it enough of a bottom wick to start pushing us up to the top side? We'll see, right? We will see. But you have your weekly. I have my levels, or my target levels, at 208, right? This 208 also coincides with the monthly, right? With these rejection areas that I'm seeing on the monthly as well, right? So the weekly levels also coincide with the rejection areas on the monthly, so that's good, right? So we'll see if we can get, we'll see what we can get with that, right? Cool. Okay, now I think I'm remembering why I have these levels here. I think I'm remembering now. So in terms of the daily, right, the daily closed, so we closed bullish into this range, came down to retest support, right? And then we closed bullish again above, right? Above this more minor resistance here. So I mean, this would be the move, right? This would be the move you were waiting for. So you would basically be waiting for a pullback towards the bottom of the range, right, towards support, and then a wick fill right to the left. But you've already, that move, that whole play has been made already. Now it's just a matter of, are you going to continue driving up here, or are you going to flip to create a steeper bottom wick and then continue driving up, right? So we'll see. In terms of these levels I have here, I believe they are based off of, yeah, they're based off of this. So if you look here, all right, if you look here, in the past, when you've come up, right, when you've come up to, what's it called, when you respected this level, this resistance level, right? I'm looking basically at where we created bottom wicks to drive up and break through that level, right? So if you look here, you close bullish at that level, came down here, created that bottom wick, and then you continue to drive up on the next candle, right? If you look here as well, you came up, respected that level, created that bottom wick towards here, continue to drive up. So that's why I'm looking at around these levels for the bottom wick. But I believe, yeah, so I am looking at these levels for the bottom wick, but it's not necessary, right? It's not just because this is where price tapped into, or these are the levels price tapped into in the past, it doesn't mean it's gonna be the exact same place we tap into now, right? So price might come down here, it might not, we don't really know. All right, we'll see based on how we form, but we're just keeping these levels in mind, that you might, if you start to see a flip here, right, you might be able to take sales towards those areas, right? Or you might just, you know, as soon as you tap those levels and then you reject, you might use that as confluence to be like, okay, now we've tapped into those levels, we're closing bullish, we're most likely gonna start driving up here, right? And then we can use those to take the buys. So a lot of things could happen here, right, in terms of taking positions. But yeah, for the most part, I would like buys. For the most part, I would prefer buys here. Buys would not be bad. Okay, so moving on to the hourly. Hold up, let me see some. Daily level 207.2. Why do I have my 4-hour level here? Not sure. We'll leave it there though. All right, so 4-hour level, I mean, pretty straightforward here, right? We closed bullish above these levels, filled this wick up to the top side and closed above. Now you're flipping, you should see a drive up here, right? You should see a push up. So I don't really think we're gonna come down for a steeper bottom wick based off of our more higher time frame analysis. Or rather, even though our higher time frame analysis do warrant or do show the possibility of coming down for a steeper bottom wick, just based off of how we're forming here, I don't think we're gonna come down for a steeper bottom wick, at least not until tapping into these levels here. Yeah, but yeah, 4-hour just flipped. 4-hour just flipped. Yeah, that bullish momentum could just continue pushing us up here. We don't have any news today either, right? So we're not really waiting on anything, so price doesn't really need to wait here. We could just start driving up. We'll see what happens. Let me see what the hourly is saying. Yeah, hourly pushing up as well. Okay, so hourly level. So if I'm looking for sells, range 2 sells. I'm not keen on taking any type of sells anytime soon. Yeah, we're pushing up here pretty heavy. Nothing much we can do about this though. If you end up coming up here like just killing this whole range on the push up, it is what it is, because yeah, nothing much I can do about that. Yeah, this 15 by the close, that would be the only way we would be able to get entries here, and I'm not even a fan of this 15 because we got no bottom wick. This 30 got no bottom wick as well, so we could just flip at any time and close back in the range, right? I understand the 4-hour has flipped, but the 4-hour still has time here, right? We still have about an hour left on this 4, so you know, at any point you could flip back bearish and flip back bullish again, so it doesn't really matter. No need to rush anything. Yeah, so in terms of the hourly level, okay, so what would I'm looking for potential bottom wicks down here. Let me see. Once you close above there, see this. Yeah, yeah, but I mean potential sells below here, I guess. Yeah, potential sells below there. Yeah, I mean if you close back below 206, yeah, if this 4-hour closed back below like 206, then yeah, I would be interested in those sells for sure. Yeah, so that's around like here. Yeah, if we close back below 206 on this 4, then yeah, that's a pretty good indication of the sells. But for now, we are mainly looking for these buys to the top side. So let's see how we form. This 30 minutes still has no bottom wick, so you want to be careful taking that. Let's see. So this level is what? It's the 4-hour level. I don't know why I have this in 2. Why do I have this at 207? What is that? What is that level? Interesting. Why is that at 207? Okay. Let me see. Let's go back. Maybe I do have a level. Nope. All right, 207.2 it is. All right, so this is what I'm looking at now. This is what I'm looking at. 207.2. Yeah, I would prefer that we don't drive up right now, because you see how, I mean, this looks clean, right? It looks clean, but that's just because it's based off of higher time frame levels, right? It's based off the daily and all that. So actually, let me just see. We have some more rejection areas in this on this daily time frame. Let me just see something here. So we got this right here. Okay, cool. Yeah, that works. That works. Yeah, because these levels are based off off of the higher time frame levels. You basically want to have. Hold up. Am I picking up some noise in the background? Hope not. Yeah, so because these levels are based off of, you know, higher time frame levels, daily levels, you wanna be careful, right? Because even though your daily level is up here, on the lower time frames there could be a whole bunch of levels, or you know, a whole bunch of yeah, minor levels on your way up, right? So you could see some rejection. So even if your move is eventually gonna tap into this level, you might start seeing a whole bunch of this, right? Might start seeing a whole bunch of this on the lower time frames, right? And you'll be shocked, right? You'll be like, okay, what's going on, right? Because it looks so clean, right? It doesn't look like you have any levels here, but those are daily time frame levels, right? Those are higher time frame levels. So on the lower time frames, you could just form structure here. To be honest, I'd prefer we form some structure here before we start driving through this range. Yeah, it just gives me a lot more to work with in terms of analysis, you know, just in terms of managing the risk, all of that stuff. Yeah, but yeah, this is what we got right now. This is what we got. This is what we're looking at. This is what we're looking at. Ooh, so let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let us see what happens. I mean, it's 15 by the close. Again, this 30-minute has no bottom wick, so I can't really trust this until we close. If we end up closing like this on the hourly, I mean, I'd wait for the pullback. I'd wait for the pull. This one I can't take off rip. I would need to wait for that bottom wick. I would need to wait for that. But if as nice as this 4 hour is looking right now, I would need to wait for a bottom wick. Yeah, for sure. I would need to wait for that bottom wick. Ideally, I would like a bottom wick towards this level, right? Just to give this previous 30 a bottom wick. That would be a decent bottom wick to go off of, and then we can start taking the buys up. Also, ideally, you want this hourly to close with a top wick, right? You don't want to close just bullish like this. You want this to pull back on the last few minutes and still close above with a top wick, so you at least have a range to fill, right? You have a wick to fill. So think of this as a what is it called? As a what do you call those guys in war? You send them out before, you know, the main unit comes. Like they clear a path, right? So think of this push right now as clearing a path, right? Just clearing a path, right? So any levels that we have to the left here, any invisible levels we have to the left here, think of this as just clearing a path, right? So then if you end up rejecting, right, the last few minutes, you're gonna have that wick fill. That wick fill is pretty much, you can consider that clean range, right? Think of that wick as a clean range to fill to the top side. So once you create that bottom wick, so once you have that top wick to work with, you create a bottom wick, grab liquidity, right? At the very least, you can play the wick fill. At the very least, you can play the wick fill. The steeper the wick, the stiffer the wick, the better it is, right? Yeah, I mean, if you get a 9 pip wick here, right, that's a 9 pip minimum move, right? So you don't even need to chance it too much. You could just close the full position at the wick fill and just be done with it. But you know, I would most likely hold it. But yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with GJ. Let's see what happens with GJ. All right, Goldie. I'm taking my time with the analysis these days, just because, you know, there's really no point in rushing it, I don't think. Plus gold's analysis is so straightforward. I don't really, you know, I don't think we need to spend too much time on it. I mean, we're bullish pretty much, right? We're bullish. Like we said, we closed the way we closed last monthly, sort of set up this set up the current move that you're currently seeing here, right? So look at the last time we closed doji with a long top and bottom wick, right? The next candle had barely a bottom wick, continue pushing up in the direction, right, which was bullish, right? So similar thing happened here, right? Bearish closer, or not bearish closer, doji closer, long top, long bottom, right? Look what we did, created barely a bottom wick, pushed straight up. So this is the move we were anticipating for the month, and you've already made the move, right? So this is the move we were anticipating, right? We're anticipating taking out these highs, right? Cleaning out this range to the top side, taking out these highs, which you've done right now. So at this point, right, I mean, if you look back here, look what happened. This was the whole this whole monthly candle. This is basically what we just did within the first week of this monthly candle. This whole monthly candle is, I mean within this monthly candle you have a whole bunch of ups and downs and ups and downs and ups and downs, right? So if this is gonna mirror exactly, now that we've taken out these highs, you might just start seeing a whole bunch of fluctuation here. But that doesn't necessarily have to, you know, follow that blueprint. But we'll see what happens here. You could just continue pushing up, maybe fill this wick right here to the left. We don't know yet, right? We'll see. But our next monthly level is where? Oh, these are all-time highs, huh? Oh yeah, this is gold. Yeah, these are all-time highs. Yeah. So yeah, you could just fill this wick up to the left, and then you see this bullish move continue. We don't know. We will see. But we are looking for buys. So you had this bullish closure on the weekly, respecting this level, this resistance. Now you're coming down, creating a bottom wick. Where are we gonna create this bottom wick to? If it is a bottom wick, we don't know, so we'll see. Okay, daily as well, close bullish, respecting, create a bottom wick. Cool. So look at this daily, right? Last time you closed bullish, respecting, right around these areas, boom, came up, create a what's it called, retested support, right? Retested support right here, and then we pushed up towards 2419 here, right? 2419. So if you look to mirror this move, you've created the bottom wick. This is the bottom wick you need, right? More than enough of a bottom wick now. So if you're gonna continue to drive up here, you have the prerequisite of a bottom wick. So at any point here, you could flip and continue to drive up, continue to see that push up. But you know, on the flip side, you could just continue pushing down to create an even steeper bottom wick, right? So you never know, because you might create a bottom wick towards these areas here. All right, because this is if you look here, you close respecting this level, right? And then you drove all the way down here, right, before coming back up. So you could also look to, you know, create a steeper bottom wick towards these levels. You never know. I'm actually just gonna mark up that level. I want to see what that is on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, yeah, so that's a pretty significant level on the 4, right? And wow, look at this 4. Look at how we closed on this 4-hour. Interesting, no? Very interesting. So we closed back below on the 4-hour. That's interesting. Yeah, so we closed back below on the 4-hour, but it looks like we may be respecting this minor support here. Right, it looks like we may respect this minor support. So I think a 4-hour closure should really tell you where you want to go here on gold. You might get in some earlier entries, but we'll see. Yeah, so you might get in some earlier entries, but we'll see, right? We'll see. We shall see. But if you do end up closing bearish here, I am looking towards these levels down here for my targets. If we start taking sells here, if the sells start showing up, I'm looking towards these levels for targets 2356, right? Because that's where we would expect the next bottom wick area, right? If you're not gonna support here, if you're not gonna hold support here, you're gonna keep on coming down. your next rejection area that I'm looking for in terms of finding support would be this 2356 area. All right, so we'll see. We will see. All right, let's go to the hourly. Let's go to the hourly real quick. So in terms of sales, let's see, what is that level? 2372.5. 2.5. Okay. All right, so in terms of sales, yeah, I mean, I'd consider this sales right here, but not off of this hourly closure though. This would need to close with the 4 hour. Yeah, that would need to close with the 4 hour for me to really take those, to be honest. The hourly, it's decent. Yeah, 4 hour closer back above would be nice as well. Yeah, so I think the key closer here is the 4 hour close. That's your key closer right now, but whether we can get something earlier than that, we'll see, right? Hourly is about to close in about 2 minutes. Hourly about to close in about 2 minutes. Let's see. Yeah, so let's see how this plays out. Okay, 40 seconds left for the hourly closure. Let's see. I highly doubt. Well, I mean, GJ, we could get something, right? GJ is looking pretty good. And again, we don't have news. We have 0 news here, so we're not waiting for anything per se. Right, we're not waiting for anything per se. Ooh, we got pound news at 7. I'm gonna make sure to try and be there for that. Yeah, so 20 seconds left for a closure. Let's see. Let us see. We spent about 30 minutes on analysis. That's good. That's nice. All right, boom. Okay, so we're staying out of this regardless, right? That's a disgusting open. Actually, no, it's an all right open. It's an all right open, because now the way we just opened there, right? The way we just opened there, this is something I've seen so many times. The way we just opened there, if we can now come down, create this bottom wick, right, towards these areas, we take that. If we break those highs again, I'm getting in for the buy, and I'm pretty comfortable with it, right? But right now, I can't really take this. Not yet. I understand this 4 hours. This is basically a continuation of this 4 hour pull. Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, this could clean range right now. This could just shoot up, clean this whole range. Because like I said, we have no news for today, so we're not really waiting. We don't really need price to stall for anything. Price isn't really waiting for anything here, right? So yeah, we could just push up right now, but at the very least, I would prefer a pullback, because if here's the thing, if we entered now, if we entered these buys now, soon as this candle flipped bearish, I would start to panic, right? And once you start panicking, that's when emotions come into play, right? So now, yeah, exactly. So if I took this buy off rip, soon as we flip bearish, I would start panicking, right? Like, I'm not saying just because we flip bearish now, it means we're gonna, necessarily come down towards where I'm looking to make a bottom wick. We might not, right? But I'm just saying, like, if we were already in this trade, the fact that we flip bearish here, I'm panicking already. Even though I understand that most likely getting in before the bottom wick is gonna put me in some drawdown. I'm most likely gonna see drawdown if I don't wait for a bottom wick, right? But yeah, the less emotional you can be in the trade, the better, right? So I think I'm willing to miss this move for us to create a steeper bottom wick here, or for me to get a better position. Yeah. So where I'm looking for the bottom wick, ideally would be here, right? Basically create a 30-minute, create a bottom wick for this previous 30. That would be a tap into these moving averages as well. So that wouldn't be terrible. That would not be terrible, right? 15.5. Yeah, the way the 5, you see the way this 5, the MAs have sort of pushed up now, right? On this 5, if you start sort of coasting along those MAs, yeah, you could just be gone on this move. But I'm still gonna wait for the bottom wick. Still gonna wait for the bottom wick. Yeah. I mean, worst case scenario, the move plays out without us, right? And we'll still have more opportunities. We'll still have more moves coming up, so not too worried. Not too worried. See what's gold doing. What the dog doing? Yo, what the dog doing? Yo, somebody subscribe, man. I got a new animation. I got a new subscriber animation thing, man. Somebody gotta subscribe first. Come on, man. Hit that subscribe button if you're so inclined. Trades taken. Let me clear that off. So we got nothing for today. Let me see. So we have our current profits. Our current profits. Let's see. Oof. Yo, I'm always blind to this. Oh, there you go. Cool. So current profits are 145, I believe. 145. Yep. Percentage wise, I don't know what that is. What is that? 36%. 36%, I think. Yep, 36%. I already did the math previously. Yeah, there you go. Cool. So almost at 2, almost halfway there. Right? Almost halfway there. Almost. Yeah, we got 2 BE trades for the month. Hopefully today we can get our first dub on stream. We got about 7 dubs. Yeah, we got about 7 dubs for the month right now. 7 BEs and one loss. And for the stream we got 2 BEs. Could have had 1, but you know we mismanaged the Friday trade. That one could have driven up. We could have eaten some food off of that one, but it is what it is. Let me see. Journal. There's my journal. But I gotta crop that. Hold up, 1 sec. I'll do that right now, actually. Why not? Why not? Why not? Okay, actually, we're coming down here. So this is a decent bottom wick. This is a decent bottom wick. Look at that 5. Wow. Interesting 5 right there. Yeah, I like that bottom wick. I like that bottom wick. A couple ways we could take this, right? Couple ways we could take this. All right, we could wait for, say, so if we could wait for this 5 to close, right? We could wait for this 5 to close. If we close bearish, we wait for another 5 to close bullish, right? So we basically wait for the first 5 bullish closer now that we've tapped into this level, right? And then that's the celery play, right? That's the celery play to the top side. Let me see. So Let me see. Sleeper. Wait down. What was that? Oh, okay. Up and bottom. Okay. Yeah, so you're rejecting that level. Okay, this is interesting now. This is interesting. So is this a celery? I don't know. I mean, if this was a range, right? If you were tapping into a range here, then I guess this is an onion, right? Okay, you're flipping here. You flipped on that 5. Let's see if this 5 is gonna close bullish. Let's see if this 5 is gonna close bullish. I mean, this is a good bottom wick though. This is a good bottom wick. This is really all I need for a bottom wick. Couldn't really ask for much more here. Yeah, the only issue with this, right, is like in terms of break even, right? I mean, I don't really have a place to go break even except for TP1. Right, so that's something. It's 4 hour. I'm not expecting the 4 hour to flip, right? Especially if this is your level you're looking at in terms of bottom wicks. You might create a bottom wick towards here, but not really expecting that to happen. There's these lows, so somewhere around here. Yeah, so my stops are down there because I mean I'm not expecting. So even if we were gonna if this flipped, we got into this trade, even if we were gonna still come down for a steeper bottom wick, I'm looking for that steeper bottom wick around these areas, right here. I'm not expected to drive all the way down here. So if you come all the way down here, say here, so this is basically where this is my cutoff, right? This would be like, okay, we close below here, I'm out of there. All right, we close below here and I'm out of there. So that's why I have my stops down here. So potentially we could close below there and still not hit full stops, and then we could just close the position, you know, with not as much lost. So let's see, how are we gonna close on this 5? Yeah, if you can close like this on this 5, if you close like this on this 5, I mean 15 has how many minutes? Okay, so you got 5 minutes. Yeah, let's see. All right, so interesting. All right, so there goes your close. You close bullish, right? You close in bullish again above. You're respecting this sort of support. You're sort of creating a support right there. 15 minutes still open. So what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna have a buy stop, but I'm gonna look to take a buy on the break of that 15 high. Okay, so no buy stops in here yet. I got no buy stops, but we take out this 15 high, I'm gonna get into a position. Let's see. Okay, so still they haven't taken out that high. We're flipped on the 15. We haven't taken out the high though. All right, so let's see. See what the 5 is doing. That's the minute. See what the 5 is doing. Yeah, so we still haven't taken out those highs. We flip bullish, which is good. Right, still haven't taken out those highs though. Okay, and boom. Okay, right there we just got into those buys We just got into those buys. The only thing about this position now, right, in terms of going break even, right, we don't really have that so many places that we could go break even, right, apart from TP. So yeah, we might just close, maybe, sorry, we might just go break even at 10 pips, something like that. But this is a clean range, right? But again, the ranges are based off of higher time frames, right? These are based off of higher time frame levels. So, you know, that's something you want to keep in mind here. Something you want to keep in mind. But we are in this trade. We are in this trade now. Just based off of this though, based off of the higher time frame levels, yeah, there's really nothing. It's a pretty clean range up to let me see, where's that level? One sec. Yeah, so based off of the higher time frames, it's a pretty clean range up to 206.8. I'll probably go break even around 206.73. That's just because that's where I saw that we had no bottom, we had no top wick previously in the past before we drove down at some point. So yeah, I'll look to go BE right there, but apart from that, to be honest with you, yeah, we're in here. We're in here. So let's see how this 15-minute closes. Let's see how this 15-minute closes, and yeah, we'll go from there. Cool. So we could be in for some more drawdown, right? Things are looking all right now, but you know, we could be in for some more drawdown. Just depends. But I do think we should be good to go up to TPs. I do think we should be good. Ooh, last second rejection there on the 15, huh? Last second rejection. All right, let me put in my levels here. Stops 206. 1 TP 39. Hey, let's see wagwan. Let's see what agwan. See what happens here. Let me also fill up my my journal real quick. Let's see, so what time was that? 8 o'clock. So 8:10 actually. 8:10. 10 New York. GJ. So what was that? Was that a breakout? Let me see. 15 closed bullish, open, no bottom wick. I don't mind this open. But you might see. So don't panic if we start to see hold up. Yeah, so if you start to see price come down here, right, or like steep, like come all the way down here, tap into these levels, yeah, don't be surprised. No need to panic off of that. Right, no need to panic off of that. The 30-minute doesn't look good, right, if you continue to form like that. Yeah, so I mean right now what you're basically looking for is for this to create this bottom wick. Now most likely is going to be a steep. I mean, the steeper the bottom wick, the better, before flipping, if it's gonna flip, right? I mean, if you just keep on going down, then you're fucked, huh? But like, if the steeper a bottom wick is, to flip is a lot better, right? Because then once you flip, you have no other reason to come down here. So this is just gonna be a quick move, right? It's just gonna be a quick move to the top side. But yeah, 8:16 here, so you do have comics open in a bit. All right, you might start seeing some volume coming in here. We'll see. We will see. 15. First move. Okay. Get back, mob. You don't know me like that. But if you're not in this trade already, I would say at this point, yeah, this would be a good place to enter with the 15. Because if you enter with this 15 flip, you actually have a vantage point here, right? It's not much of a vantage point, but it is a vantage point. You have about a 5 pip vantage point to the wick fill, right? The fill of that wick. So, you know, if you're so inclined, you could take that. All right. Let's see what we do here. Let's see what we do. Let me see. What was that? I'm trying to fill the journal up, right? So this was, I mean, what would I put this? Is this onion? I mean, I can't really put this as an onion because I'm not sure if it's a range, right? Yeah, my level is up here, so it's not really an onion. It's not really a celery either, right? Because you sort of have, yeah, I'd say it's a breakout. Breakout, create a bottom wick, 30 minutes. Yeah, it's just a breakout. Yeah, I'd say this is just a normal hourly breakout, right? Yeah. Just the normal hourly breakout. Break of the current highs and lows. After creating the bottom wick, right? It's on the hourly. Okay. $2.4. All right. So let's see how we develop here. So this 5 minutes about to close. Let's see how we close. Hopefully this 5 minute can close above without a bottom wick. We close above without a bottom wick. Next candle opens with a bottom wick, no top wick, then flips up. We should be good to drive up. If not, if you close below with a bottom wick, most likely you're gonna see more drawdown here. So you're gonna close below, it looks like, but you close below without a bottom wick. It's decent, right? Decent. It's not terrible, decent, but you would have preferred, you know, or I would have preferred a closer above. Yeah. So I think this 30 minutes should really tell you what's gonna happen here. But if you reject enough for this 30 minute to close above, you're most likely gonna start now pushing up, right? You're gonna start seeing the move play out. But if you're gonna close below here on the 30, yeah, if you're gonna close below here on the 30, I mean the move is still valid as long as you close respecting this level, right? Because like I said, once you close below here, you're hitting full TPs. Sorry, not TPs, full stop loss, right? You're hitting stops. If you close below here on the hourly, say the 30 minute, the hourly, you're highly likely hitting full stops. So as long as you can close above there, you're good. But for you to be really good, you would prefer for this 15 to one close above, and even better, close bullish, right? But yeah, but now I mean this formation isn't bad either, right? On the 5, you closed inside the range, no bottom wick. Now if you can close back above the range, right, bullish, then you're fuego, right? Then you should start seeing a push up. You should start seeing a push up after that to at least BE areas, or to at least our initial entry, rather, I should say. Yeah, I mean, we waited for our bottom wick and then we took it, right? So we can't really complain there. All right, we waited for our bottom wick. The bottom wick area we were looking at is this, right? Which is why I'm not worried. So I was expecting we were gonna tap into this regardless. The only reason we didn't wait for that is because, I mean, we came all the way down here, right? We found support here and then we started to flip again, right? We flipped all the way up on the 15. So, you know, it was possible that was the bottom wick, right? So that's why we took that position when we did. Yeah. But yeah, there's nothing telling us to really manage the position quite yet. Again, no news, so. And most times when there's no news, price tends to just continue. I mean, you'll have your pullbacks and all of that, of course, especially on GJ, right? GJ loves making those pullbacks, but you know, for the most part, when there's no news, price tends to just continue in whatever the direction is, right? Which right now is bullish. Right now is bullish, but we never know. You never know. You never know. Maybe my levels were incorrect, and we might just keep on dropping here. Just sitting in some drawdown on a Monday. Yeah. I think that the next evolution of the, of the strategy would be, really getting those quote unquote sniper entries, where it's like as soon as you're in, it just starts going your way, That's those type of entries. Those are the ones we're looking for. Those are the ones we really want. All right, this 5 minutes about to close. Let's see how we close on this 5 minute. Let's see how we close. Can we see a last second rejection? That would be great. That would be perfect. If you can, so 30 seconds left here. If you could just reject on this candle like heavy, flip bullish, wow, I would be such a happy guy. I would be such a happy guy, man. I would be smiling. Huh? I know the markets want me to smile. They don't want me to be sad, huh? Yeah. I know the big banks want me to be happy. All right, 5 seconds. Looks like you're not gonna flip, but at least you close respecting. But yeah, it's not a good open. I don't like the open. I don't like the open. No bottom wick. So you could come up here, retest 206.5, start rejecting to the downside. Interesting. All right, 15-minute close and 5 minute as well. Let's see how we close here. This minute is forming not nice. All right, we're not looking good on the minute. This looks like we're about to drive down. Looks like we're about to melt. 5, 15, 30. All right, so we're still chilling though. We're still chilling. Nothing telling us to really get out as of yet. Nothing really telling us to get out as of yet. In terms of taking the mitigation entries, what is it? The pineapple, sorry. I don't even think I should be calling them pineapples because I don't know. I trade. So what I trade, right? I trade price action, but for the most part, I use, DVS terminologies. If you don't know DVS, that's Donvo, right? Trade mainly price action, but I mean his strategy is price action, isn't it? All right, I just use DVS terminologies anyways. So yeah, though, in terms of the wick entries, or sorry, the pineapples, I mean, I can't really take them because I have full risk, right? I entered this with full risk, and what full risk is for me is my allowed daily drawdown, right? So if I end up taking another position and that one also goes in drawdown, even if my stops don't get hit for both, I might be screwed, right? So, or I might need to close earlier than I would like, just because now I'm accumulating a lot more drawdown than I should be. So yeah, not really trying to do that. Actually, you don't know nothing about that. Yeah, it's not a good looking 5, man. Even worse looking 1 minute. Yeah, once you see the minute start to coast, those MAs, right? Those MAs start dropping down like that, and you start to coast along those MAs. Yeah, things are gonna go to the downside. If this minute can flip, beautiful. If we can flip on this minute, that would be great. Flip bullish, come on. You know you want to. You know you want to flip bullish. Come on, man. What, mate? You said what, mate? Okay. I mean, this is not the worst closer on the minute. It's not the worst. 5. Okay. Yeah, here. I mean, this is setting up to be it'll be a very good closer on the 5 and the 15. Oh, it's a 30-minute closer as well. Okay. Cut those minutes, you guys should twist it. What is it? The braids. Okay, I understand the 30 minutes closing as well, right? And most likely, if you close bearish below like this, you're most likely gonna still come down. Yeah, I mean the hourly is still open, so I'm not too worried about it. All right, but if you close down, if you close bearish like this, most likely you're gonna still come down. I don't think you're gonna hit stops off of that closer, but it is possible. I wouldn't lie and say it's not. Because where am I? Let me see. Where is this 4-hour level? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, let's see how we close though. If this goes on to the 4-hour, right? If we're still in drawdown by the 4-hour close, I'm most likely gonna manage the position, just because I think if you're gonna continue pushing up, where we have our stops is where we're gonna have our bottom wick. That's just what I think though. All right, where our current stops are most likely will be our bottom wick areas. So if we end up closing like that on the 4, I might just need to, you know, dip out of that trade. But yeah, this 30 about to close. Let's see, 5 seconds. Can we behave? 5, 2, 1, and okay. So 30-minute close bearish, respecting this level, right? So not bad. We're opening with no top wick, also not bad. All right, so let's see what we can do. If we had some risk to give, I'd say we'd wait for a 5-minute closer above here, right? 5-minute closer above here, bottom wick, and then I'd take a second entry to mitigate the first one, right? Going up like that. But I got full risk on the table right now, so not really looking to enter into anything more. If we can take out these lows before flipping, that would be a lot better. Okay, let me see what gold's doing real quick. Yo, what the dog doing? Yeah, gold is most likely gonna be a 4-hour closer. Most likely looking for the 4-hour closer on the 4. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you are coming down here. If you can just take out these lows before flipping, I think that would be a better look in terms of the drive up. Take out these lows, close bullish above on the 5. We should be good to start driving up. Let me see. So how many? Let me see. So this trade was taken at 8 o'clock, right? Let me see. 8:10. What's my record for 8:10? I have zero. Okay, I got, this is the first trade I'm taking around this time for this month. Quite interesting. Interesting. Crypto business, you got shit twisted. What is it? The braids. Yeah. Drawdown. We in drawdown. Yes, sitting through drawdown is not the, it's not the most fun thing. I'm not gonna lie, it's not the most fun thing, but it is something that it's part of the game, man. It's part of the game. I mean, if we waited for this full bottom wick here, if we waited for this full bottom wick, we wouldn't even be in this trade right now, all right? But again, like I said, there was, I mean, there's no regret to the position, so to speak, right? Because the way we came down, retested this level up here, even though I was expecting that we come down here eventually, right? Or come down here for the steeper bottom wick, the way we formed, right? The way we were forming, tapped into this level after the hourly closer, created that bottom wick, then broke the highs. The way we were forming, I thought at the very least we would come up here first, right? So, but this was expected regardless, right? So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Let's see. Where's my charger? All right, y'all. 1 second. Actually, let me see how this 5-minute closes. I'm gonna go AFK for a quick second. Let me see, where's my stuff? Where my notepad at? Closure. All right, 5 closing bearish, so not good, not the best closer on the 5. How are we opening? Yeah, nah, it's yeah, I'm not liking those closers on the 5, no cap. But that being said, we in this position. Let's see what happens, right? Let's see what happens. We'll see how this 15-minute closes. If this 15-minute can close back bullish, you should be good. We should be good for this position, right? At the very least, we'll be able to go out break even if this 15 can close bullish. If this 15 ends up closing bearish, I mean, depends where we close bearish, right? If you close below here, I'll probably close out the position. There's really no point in taking out, or holding till full stops. Really no point, because if we close down below there, we're most likely gonna tap into full stops. So might as well just mitigate the position right there. If you end up hitting full stops on this 15 while this 15 is forming, then c'est la vie, right? That it just is what it is at that point. But yeah, if you're looking for a mitigation position, you could take the flip. You could take the flip of the 15, but you want to be careful, right? Because flip of the 15 is 5. You're currently in how much drawdown? This is about, let me see. So here would be 15. So yeah. So this would be the level you were looking at, right? So 5 and 15, one is bigger than the other. So keep that in mind. Yeah, so let's see how this 15-minute closes though. Don't panic, not too worried about it. This is still a good formation, right? Considering relatively speaking, this is still a good formation, right? Because you could still flip on this 15. So now that you've created this steeper bottom wick for the 15, taking out these lows, You could flip, close above, then continue pushing up. So no need to panic. No need to panic. And you should, even if you were coming down here to hit stops, you shouldn't panic regardless, because I'm sure you didn't take anything that was, you didn't over risk, right? If you're panicking, that means you over risked. Boom. All right, so we'll be back. I'll be back in about a few minutes, 7 minutes here. Vibe out, vibe out. All right, cool. So yeah, so like I was saying, right, if you took a buy on that flip, right, most likely you're gonna tap into this level, right? So it could have taken a buy off that flip to mitigate the position, but like I said, the difference between this to this, right, this is 15 pips versus this to this. Oh no, not that, versus this to this, which is like 5-6 pips. I mean, if you have the same stop loss for both positions, this position you're entering this with a higher lot size, right? So maybe it, you know, it might have covered that, right? Yeah, it depends. I don't really know. It depends on what you're risking, to be honest. But yeah, so now that you've tapped into that level, still come down, flip bearish. Yeah, this isn't looking too good, I'm not gonna lie. This ain't looking too good. 15-minute close in about 7 seconds. Can you see a last minute push up? Can we see a last minute push up? Disgusting. 5. Yeah, so no bueno on the 15. I mean, you are still respecting this level, so that's decent. All right, that's still decent. But yeah, this hourly closure should tell you your fate here. Should tell you your fate, because if you close below here on the hourly, it's a fake out, right? Then you have a fake out on the hourly. All right, you're closing below here as well. That's a fake out on the hourly. I mean, I would actually be looking for sells, right? I'd actually be looking to get into some sells, so I'd close early, and I'd actually be looking to get some sells. So yeah, we'll see wagwan. We'll see wagwan. But here's the thing, right? If you close bearish below here, so that's a fake out, right? Okay, but that's a fake out. So what are you expecting from a fake out then? You're expecting the range to get filled to the downside. So what's our range here? Is our range this or this? That's the question. Okay, we'll see. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Because here's what I'm thinking, right? I'm thinking even if we closed bearish here, right, to have this fake out on the hourly, the only thing you're guaranteed, really, if you close like this, the only thing you would be guaranteed, I think, would be a tap into this level here, right? And the current level that I'm really looking to really manage this would be a closer below here, right? Because if we close below here, for sure we're hitting stops, right? That's not even a question. For sure we're gonna hit stops. But the thing is, if we end up closing basically how we are right now, right, if we end up closing looking like basically what we look like right now, you could just come down, fill this wick, maybe tap into this level, and then push up, right, close above, and then continue this drive up. So I wouldn't want to, you know, manage that earlier than I need to, or earlier than I have to. So let's see. 4 hour on gold forming. I was about to say forming nicely, but it's just bearish, really. It's not really doing much. Yeah, I think wherever this 4 hour closes on gold should tell you what it's gonna do for the rest of the day. If we close inside the range, we're most likely gonna range. I mean, even within the range, you could still have positions, right? It is a pretty decent range here, right? Especially if you look at like the hourly and stuff, right? Because you could come up, you know, create a steep top wick, then have some sells going down, some short-term sells. Yeah, there's a lot that could happen here, but I think if you close above, you're gonna drive up for the day. You close below, you're gonna drive down. You close, you know, sort of doji or inside the range, you're most likely gonna stay inside the range. I don't know, but we'll see. As for our GJ trade, we are still suffering in drawdown. Not suffering, but you know, we in drawdown. We vibing in drawdown. Yeah, 5 just got a top wick, 15 got a top wick as well. Yeah, you know what this could be, right? What this could be. yeah, let me not even say that, right? Because that's just speculation. I was about to say, okay, this could be, you know, there's some invisible levels here that I'm not seeing on the daily, right? There's some invisible levels that I'm not seeing on, well, not on the daily, on the lower time frames, right? Because these levels I have right now are based off of higher time frames, so there could just be a level right here that I'm failing to acknowledge just because it's not showing up on the lower time frames, right? So that's a possibility. But yeah, we'll see. We will see. A bullish closure here would be our saving grace, though. Bullish closure would be our saving grace. Let's see. Are we gonna start the month off with a dub or with an L? Let's see. Let us see what I want, huh? I wake up in the morning and hold up. Let me switch to my terminal real quick. I want to check my. Let me see. Why is this not updated? 15. What? Oh, okay. I was about to say. Yeah, this isn't updating at all. Trades. What does this mean? It didn't like yeah, this is weird. Oh, okay, never mind. It did update. But what is this? It's not. Yo, they bugging. Yo, they bugging. They bugging. They bugging. They bugging. Yeah, so things are not looking good. 5 minute looks against us. The minute looks against us. The 15 still holding steady though. We have a bunch of bearish closures here on the 15, but we're still respecting levels, right? Still respecting levels. This 30 closed bearish, but again, still respecting levels. You do have a fake out on the 30 though. Keep that in mind. Yeah, once you have that hourly fake out, yeah, it's wraps most likely. Once you get that hourly fake out, it's wraps. Our saying that our only hope would be a top wick, and I'll be looking to get out of the position, right? Yeah, so if this hourly closes below for the fake out, I'm looking for a top wick to mitigate the position, right? Get out as soon as we can, for as small a loss as possible. All right, so at that point the priority changes, right? From trying to hit TPs to trying to mitigate the position, right? To trying to get out with as little loss as possible, basically. But for now, we're chilling. We are chilling. We're chilling. Because I do still think this is gonna go up, right? Long term, I do still think we're going up. The only issue is if we close below on the hourly, we're gonna hit stops. Like, that's not even a question. We're gonna hit stops because that's the 4-hour lows. That 4-hour level is definitely gonna get tapped before continuing up. Or let me not say definitely, I don't know that, but most likely, very likely to get tapped before continuing up here. Yeah, and usually when there's no news, that first 4-hour of the New York close usually tells you where you want to go. Yeah, and if you close bearish like this, come up for the top wick, yeah, you're probably gonna feel the wick to the downside. So nothing here is telling me, yeah, unless we get a closure above, everything is telling me it's gonna sell off. So yeah, cool. Let's see if we can mitigate this position here. Let us see. It's gonna be quite the loss. It's gonna be quite the loss here. This one's gonna be quite the loss here. All right, 6 minutes left. 6 minutes left. Yeah, look at that 5 drop, man. Yeah, that's unfortunate, man. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. All right, 1 hour left. That's not 1 hour left. 5 minutes left for the hourly closer. Let's see. Here's the thing. I don't know where volume could come in from, right? I mean, the 9 o'clock open, right? So you still have your 9:30 open. That could bring in some volume to push us up. But yeah, man, what are the chances you're not gonna hit stops here? Not very high, I wouldn't say. The probability that you don't hit stops if you close below on this hourly, not high at all. Not high at all, trust me. Just given where, you know, just in what's it called, just virtue of where, you know, of where that closure or where the stops are, which is the 4-hour level, right? If you close like this, I'm still looking for buys, but most likely I'm looking for bottom wicks at that level. So that's the issue. That's the issue. That's the issue. We're using tissue. Said my girl left me, so I said I missed you. Oh. Bars. Oop, my fault. There you go. All right, 3 minutes. Yeah, drawdowns a pain, huh? Drawdowns a pain. Yeah, we're just pulling down. It's like we're getting stabbed slowly, just slowly getting stabbed. Yeah, you see, starting to pull with the 1 minute. Hold up, let me show you guys this. See how we're starting to pull with the 1 minute, starting to pull in the MAs with the 1, starting to really coast along the MAs there. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So 2 minutes left here. 2 minutes left. Can we see this candle close above in 2 minutes? Can we see the hourly candle close above in 2 minutes? If I was a betting man, I'd say no. I would say no. But let's see. Let us see. Let us bow our heads and pray to the Lord in the sky. Ooh, my fault. Okay. Coming down. We're just about to basically take out all our profits. And here's the thing, I'm not just holding this just because, right? I said it from right before we started, or right before I got into the trade, right? I already said exactly how I'm gonna look to manage, right? Soon as we close below here, right? Soon as we close below here, I'm gonna wait and see how we make that top wick, and I'm gonna start looking to mitigate the position. Because the only thing right now, we're not looking for TPs to get hit anymore, right? That's not what we're looking for anymore. We're looking for how can we manage this position. As soon as we close below here, we're looking for how do we manage this position. All right, so boom, 30 seconds left for this 4-hour close. Let's see how we close. Are we gonna close above or are we gonna close below? $20 seconds. Four seconds. 3, 2, 1. Cool. Boom. Okay, so what do we do here? We closed. I mean, bearish on the 4. All right, bearish on the hourly as well. So now you have a fake out. You have a fake out on the hourly, but that fake out respecting. You have a fake out respecting on the hourly. So now what I'm looking for here, you came down. Okay, you have a top wick now, much of one door, and you took out the lows. First thing you did, take out the lows, right? Took out this wick. Yeah, so first thing you did is take out that wick, tap into the bottom of this range, right? What I'm gonna look for now, I'm gonna look for this candle to flip. I need a 5-minute closure. As soon as we get a 5-minute closure, I'm gonna move my stops to the bottom of this range, right? So I'm not gonna close anything, but I'm gonna move my stops. If we end up driving clean through here, right? If we end up driving clean through here, it is what it is, right? We lose whatever we risked. That is, I mean, stops get hit. It is what it is. On to the next trade. But what's gonna happen now? Once we get a 5-minute close, or if we can get a 5-minute close here, I'm gonna move my stops to these lows here, right? I'm gonna move my stops to these lows. And why I'm saying that is because basically, I mean, just looking at this, most likely, if you're gonna come down here, or if you're gonna go up here, most likely you're gonna see this level get tapped, right? Most likely. All right, so at this point, I'm not really looking for how can I hit TPs. I'm looking for, how can I lose the least amount of capital, all right, on this trade. It's still possible we push up here, because up is my general position. That is my general direction, right? I am looking to come up here, right? Generally speaking, I'm looking to come up here. But the thing is, I think the faster this moves, the more chance we have to actually come back to our original positions. The faster this moves, right? But with the way we're moving right now, I highly doubt we're gonna come back to our original positions. So we're just gonna look for how we can, mitigate and lose the least amount. Cool. So 5-5 forming here. Yeah, you're flipping again. Yeah, you could just drive now. This could be the drive down. So brace for impact. Brace for impact. Brace for impact. Yeah, you're respecting MA as well, so that's not terrible if you could. But yeah, the way this looks, probably gonna take that old shit out. Yeah, you're coming down. That stops are looking pretty good for price right now. Those stops are looking pretty good for price. All right, so see the 5. Let's see the 5. 5-minute closer in 5-minute closer in about 50 seconds. Is this 5 gonna close below? Is this 5 gonna close below? Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, looks like we're gonna have a 5-minute closer right there. Okay, boom. So with that being said, I'm gonna look for this next candle. Hold up, 5-minute, boom. No bottom wick. I need a bottom wick and flip up. As soon as we get a bottom wick here, so this closed, well, yeah, we do have a bottom wick here. But yeah, as soon as this next 5, I mean, this next 5 is gonna flip at some point, no? And if we flip, let me see, we flip, tap here. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to mitigate this, because I can't just close it right now. I can't just close. I can't just be like, okay, I'm closing, because that doesn't make any sense. I mean, we're so close to stops, it really doesn't matter if we hit stops, whatever, right? Yeah, so if I'm gonna mitigate here, it has to make some type of sense, right? We got to mitigate with some type of sense. Yeah, so I'm still in this. Let's see what this 5 does, right? If this 5 can close bullish, then we move our stops a little bit higher, right? We move our stops to those lows, and then we're basically just gonna play a game of trailing stops. That's pretty much it. But yeah, let us see here. Let us see. I mean, this 4-hour level is definitely getting tapped, right? I mean, it's gonna get tapped. It's just a matter of, are we gonna come up first, you know, play a little hooky up at these levels first, then come back down, or are we just gonna hit the 4-hour support? Let's see. But now, I mean, this is, I'd say 95% sure this is gonna be a loss, right? Whether we're hitting full stops, I don't know, but 95% sure this is gonna be a loss, because now look at it, right? You have your hourly closing back below, right? You have your 4-hour close back below. Well, not back below, but bearish, right? So where's the momentum gonna come from to start driving you back above these levels? All right, where's that momentum gonna come from? I mean, there's no news today. Granted, 9:30 is still a factor, right? 9:30 hasn't opened yet. 9:30 is still a factor, so you never know. You never know with that one, but yeah, man. Yeah. I guess we should have waited for that steeper bottom wick. Actually, yeah, that makes sense. I'm gonna put that down. I'm gonna just note that down. So we were at all-time high. Well, not all-time highs, but for full pullback. Yeah, so I'm just putting that down in my notes that you know, we wouldn't have even taken this trade if we waited for the full pullback, especially given that, you know, we're at not all-time highs, but the levels here are not very clear, right, on the lower time frames or the time frame that I was taking the trade in. So I'm just noting that down. So that might be something you know, might be something we consider going forward. Yeah, we in that drawdown, boy. To be honest, this isn't even drawdown. This is just I don't even know what to call this. This is yeah, you see, when price starts doing this, you know, like on the minute, when price starts really respecting the MAs like this, just starts coasting along the MAs like this, high chance you're hitting whatever your TPs are or whatever. Your high chance you're gonna hit them, right? So if we were taking sells, this would be our TPs, right? So you'll probably see stops get hit and reject. As soon as stops get hit, you'll see a rejection, right? And then you'll be like, oh, I don't believe it. Maybe my stop should have been lower or something like that. But nah, that's just I mean, there's a reason our stops are there, right? That is a level, so you are expecting you'll reject off a level. Okay, so another bearish closer respecting right now. This 5, if this 5 can close bullish, we'll move our stops to here, right? So now, I mean, that's a good 10 pips away. That's a good 10 pips difference, right? So not terrible. Not terrible, not terrible. I would say wait. Oh yeah, this is perfect because it's the last 5 of the 15 as well. So if the 15 can close bullish, we have a chance to, you know, push up here and mitigate. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, 30 already closed below the moving averages. Hourly still respecting for now. See the 4. Yeah, this 4 would need to come up here. Like if this 4 hours for some reason, once we closed here, if this 4 MA literally just shut up and came all the way up here, then I would probably hold this to actually hit TPs. But right now it's a long thing. It's a long con. It's a long con, man. Hey, damn, drawdown, bitch, huh? All right, let's see how gold closed though. Gold closed doji inside the range. Yeah, in terms of entries, I don't really see how I would take these entries, to be fair. I don't really see any entries, to be fair. Yeah, I ain't seen much in the way of entries here. Not seeing much in the way of entries. I mean, you come up, you came up, tap this level now. Yeah, I don't know really. Not sure on gold. Got nothing on gold. All right, 15. Can we see something? Can we see a plot twist on the 15 here? 15 closing bullish will offer us some hope. 15 closing bearish, put a nail in the coffin. Pretty much. Yeah, I mean, I just need one bullish 5 closer, to be honest. I just need one bullish 5 closer to move my stops a little bit higher. That's all I need. That's all I need. Ideally, bullish closer above 206.26. If it's not, yeah, c'est la vie. We still move it up. Yeah. Like I would like to just close this but at that point it's like it's not off of anything except, you know, I just don't want to lose money. That's pretty much it. So because technically speaking, right, this can still play out for the buys. So at the very minimum 206.5, right? And I'm not gonna take any additional buy. Well, yeah, no, I wouldn't take any additional buys because I do have everything. All my risk is currently on the table. But if I can get out, with a, what is this, a 15 pip loss versus a 50 pip loss, I mean, come on, that's a no-brainer, right? It's a no-brainer. All right, 15 by the close. Let's see how we close on this 15. My hopes are not high. Had to have high hopes for a living. My hopes are not high. Okay. Hey, baba. Yeah. Okay. Flipped on the 5. Okay. So we flipped last second. Let me see. We flipped last second on that 5. As soon as we flip on the current 5, we're gonna move our stops higher to either these lows or wherever we come down to on this candle, on this current 5 candle. Yeah, man. Okay, so looks like we're coming up. Can we flip on the 5? Can we flip on the 5? Can we flip on it? Hey, I said, can we flip on it? Hey, can we flip on the 5? Pull up on my right, put it on the selling the side, selling the buy, and pulling the killing the side. Hey, pulling the selling the dandelier. Well, I'm seeing like a hand in there. I see looking like a hand in there, yo. All right, we flipped on the 5, right? Boom. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna wait for this 5 minutes to close. Yeah, I know I said I was gonna move break even as soon as we flip on the 5, but then I realized, right, if this is gonna hold, we could actually start pushing up from this level, right? So we're gonna see what this next 5 does. If we close bearish on this 5, I'm just gonna move my stops to the lows of whatever, right, wherever that candle low is, right? If we close bullish, I'll move it as well, right, to these lows. So we'll see what happens here. We will see what happens. At this point, we're trying to our current goal is to close this trade at -15 instead of -50. That is the current goal for this trade. It's not even to hit TPs at this point. All right. The only way I would hold this to actually, you know, maybe potentially hit TPs, to be honest with you, yeah, it would need to be a 30-minute close minimum above 206.4. Yeah, because think about it, right? Look how this 30 closed, right? 30 closed respecting this level. You create a bottom wick now towards here, take out this low. If you ended up flipping on this 30, I wish I could get into a second position here, because if you flipped on this 30, I would actually take a position, right? I would take another position, right? I'll go BE right here, and then this would be my TPs, right? So that would potentially mitigate this, right? But again, this is not my actual account. This is a funded, so there are rules, and yeah, the drawdown, I'm not trying to get into, I'm not trying to lose the account to the drawdown, you know what I mean? Yeah, so if you flip, once you flip on this 30, or if you flip on this 30, if you can come up and close above 206.4 on this 30, I'll look to, you know, I'll look for a 5-minute closure to sort of bring my stop loss a lot higher, right? A lot more into, you know, less drawdown, and yeah, we'll go from there. Yeah, once you take out that 4-hour high, you might see some volume off of that, right? That might, you know, that might help you out with some volume to the top side potentially. Okay, 1 minute left. Let's see what this minute can do for us. So you're no longer coasting, all right? You're no longer coasting on the minute, which is a good sign. What you would want to see is a very bullish candle, right? Once you break the MAs like this, I mean, if you broke the MAs with a very bullish candle, that would have been really nice. But this isn't bad either. Beggars can be choosers, as they say. As they do say. All right, so 5 minute coming up. Can we close above on the 5? Hopefully we can. Let's see. Okay, looks like you're about to close above on the 5 in 5 seconds, and boom, you closed above on, wait, okay, there. So you closed above on the 5. I'm gonna move my stops a little bit more or a little bit less into loss, right? I basically moved my 5 to these lows. Yeah, let's see if we continue the journey up. Again, I can't really take any additional positions here, right? Yeah, I mean, you could close half. I guess you could close half right now. You could close half right now, because actually that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. Once we tap 206.4, or if we tap 206.4, I'm gonna close half of the position. Yeah, because if you're gonna drive down, if this is just a top wick, if you're just basically looking for a top wick here to drive down, this is where it's gonna do it from, right? Yeah, so 15.30. But if that 30 closes bullish above, okay, I might not mitigate off of 206.4. I might not. I love hourly. So with the way this hourly is looking, yeah, I might wait for the 30-minute close here. I might wait for the 30-minute close, but we'll see. We'll see. Look how the minute is. Yeah, the minute is. Let me see something. Let me see something here. F9. Okay, so look how we're closing on the minute. Look how we've been closing on the minute. We're seeing a shift. We're seeing a shift in direction here, a shift in momentum. So like I said, overall, I am still looking for the buys, right? I am still looking for the buys overall. So even though we're all the way down here, even though we did come all the way down here, this could just be a bottom wick. All right, this could just be a bottom wick. And like I said, I was expecting that if we're gonna come up on this 4-hour candle, your bottom wick would tap into this 4-hour levels, right? So which is why if we don't close above on this 30, if we don't close above on this 30, I'll close 50%, right? If we don't close above on this 30, I'll close 50%. But if we manage, if we end up closing above on this 30, above this level right here, I'm gonna look for a 5-minute closure to basically move my stops a little bit higher, right? And then we're just gonna watch that. We're gonna ride that. We're just gonna see if that comes up all the way to TPs or not. All right, so 7 minutes left here. 7 minutes left, but hey, 40 pips or 47 pips instead of 57 pips is also not bad. We would have preferred a W, but it is what it is. Yo, anybody that's gonna tune into this stream now, they're gonna see 0 wins, 2 break evens, and 1 loss, bro. To be honest, I think I'm actually happy. Well, not happy, but because a lot of times the question people ask me is like, yo, you have such a good like when my record is good, because my actual record for the month, right, so off stream trades included, is 7-7, right, or 8-7, sorry, 7 wins, 7 BEs, 1 loss, right? So I got about an 80-some% win rate, right? But on stream I got 0 wins, right? So a lot of times people ask like, yo, you got this much what's it called, like when my win rate is pretty high on stream as well, people will be like, why is your win rate this high, and you know your what's it called, your profits are not reflecting that, right? And then sometimes I don't even know how to explain that shit. I mean, I know how to explain it, but it's like, you know, people don't want to hear that, you know. Once you're trading negative RR just based off of the fact that, you know, your win percentage is high. If you're trading negative RR, that's what tends to happen. You take 1 loss and it could wipe out, you know, a good bit of the profits. But yeah, we still in this. Let's see, 30-minute close. How did that 5 close? So 5 close bullish. Did we close bullish above anything? So we sort of closed bullish back into this range right here. So I mean, the closers have been decent. Then you have this little minute. Look, if this next minute candle closes, okay, actually, let me see. At this point, we're micromanaging at this point, right? We're just trying to see every little print of the candle is telling me something. Okay. All right, so you're slowing down and respecting. If this next minute candle can close basically the way this one closed, like heavy bullish, to be honest, we might see a plot twist. Doesn't even need to be this candle, right? We just need to keep on respecting this MAs like this, and then we see a big bullish candle to the top side. Yeah, it might just be a plot twist. But let's see, 20 seconds. Yeah, 9:30. That's not comics open. That's NYSE open. So, you know, if you end up closing above on this 30, NYSE open volume could drive you up, right? You could get that volume from NYSE. That should drive you up, and yeah, it might be good. Yeah, so I mean, it's good that we close bullish, but that's not the type of bullish closure I was thinking about. It would need to be very, like, I'm talking like something like this type of candle, like just straight up, no bottom wick, no top wick, just straight bullish, right? Straight bullish. Yeah, so we're approaching that time where we're gonna need to close a position, or, you know, close a percentage of the position. To be honest, if I close a percentage here, I'll probably let the rest run, right? Either hit TPs, or either hit TPs or hit stops, right? So it's either or. Okay. All right, 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. Oh yeah, if I let me see. I mean, I'm gonna stay on stream, or I'll keep the stream running. All right, I'll keep the stream running. Yeah, if we mitigate this, I'll keep the stream running, but I'll sort of be off. If we end up closing above 30 the 30-minute level, I'll stay, right? I'll still be around, I'll still be active here. But if we close below, I'm gonna close 50%, and yeah, I'll just be floating around. Let's see how this minute can close, man. Can we just shoot up? If this can just shoot up, that would be nice. That would be nice. Okay, let me just get ready here, get my closer fingers ready. So 0.3 gonna be gone. Actually, I'll probably close 75%. Also, what's 75% of this anyways? A quarter was 15, 45, yeah. All right, so there goes your 30. There goes your 30 close. Let's see. F9. Where is this? Yeah, there goes your 30 close right there. I'm gonna close majority of the position. Yeah, I'm gonna close majority of the position right there. Now we're just gonna watch this run. Let me see, what is this? 45, yeah. TP. All right, so boom, right there we close majority of the position. Let me see, F10. Yeah, so we close majority of the position right there. If we're gonna continue driving up, we're gonna continue driving up. If not, c'est la vie. Stops, my stops are gonna remain at these lows, right? Because if you're gonna continue driving up, you're not gonna retest those lows, you're gonna continue pushing up, right? If you retest these lows, you're definitely coming down to the 4-hour level, to the 4-hour support, right? So yeah, man. So with that being said, well, actually I could still be here, because now we have what? Now we have, let me see. So stop recording real quick. Oh, no. Why did I stop recording? Don't stop recording. Well, yeah, I guess. Because it's going to be hard to make a video out of this one, because it's going to have multiple parts and shit. Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, so July record. Aye, baba. So 1 loss for the month. Well, okay, no, not yet. So let me see, what did we lose there? So we closed partials, right? But we haven't closed the full position. Hold up, sorry, my fault. I'm a little sporadic here. So we haven't closed the full position. We closed partials, right? Closed partials in a loss. So we lost 91. What's my profit? What's my TP here? 16. Yeah, so we're still in this position. It's still the same position, right? It's still the same position. Here's what's gonna happen. If we can close back above on the hourly, I'm gonna enter a position, right? Because now we have what's it called? Now we have some more risk to play with, right? We've taken some risk off the board, right? We took some risk off the board. So that was 90 something. I think this one now would be 45, so 130 something. So yeah, I got about 100 plus to play with here, right? So if we end up closing back bullish above here, right? If we close back bullish above on the hourly, I'm gonna start taking the buys going up. All right, if we can end up closing back bullish above, I'm gonna start taking the buys going up. So yeah, that's That's what we're looking for here. That's what we're looking for. Yeah, so we tapped that. We didn't even tap it, but I can't really stay in there anymore. Ready, hourly. Yeah, so this move is still going on. This move is actually still going on. Actually, let me just keep on recording then. So it's still the same move. I'm not gonna look for anything on gold. I'm just staying with GJ right now. So let me just put this here. I'm gonna be around, but really I'm waiting for the hourly closer, right? I'm waiting for the hourly close. If we can get this hourly closer above, we're gonna look to take some buys right there, right? We're gonna look to take some buys, and we have less of a stop loss. All right, so we'll have something like, hold up, let me see, put this on screen. So we're gonna have something like this, right? Lows right here, you close above, you got this clean range to fill. All right, clean range to fill here, and then you're looking at, you know, about 19 pips, right? About 19 pips, give or take. And you close around what, 30 something pips here. So, you know, you won't be able to get back everything, but you might be able to get back something. All right, potentially. But yeah, let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens. We're gonna wait for the hourly closer here. I'm just gonna be around. It's gonna be around. I'm gonna keep the trade running. Not the trade, the stream. I'm gonna keep the stream running for now. I'm gonna be around. Yeah, if you end up closing back bearish on this 15, most likely you're gonna come back down and hit stops. You don't know yet though. You never know. But yeah, man, we out here. Let's see what happens. For now, bye. Okay, y'all, so interesting bit of development, all right, with the way we're forming here. If we can close above on the 15, right, if we can close above on the 15, we'll get in these buys. We will get in these buys, but we need a 15 closer above and a top wick. Actually, this is okay, where's the most recent? I'm looking if we can get a babushka play here. So that would be a babushka play on the 30. All right, that'll be a babushka play on the 30, the hourly. That's a level there, not most recent though. The most recent, and then okay. Yeah, so yeah, if this hourly, if this, I'm thinking about the 15, but I'm hoping the 15 doesn't close above. Actually, yeah, I'd prefer hourly closer. I'd prefer hourly closer. The thing is, if this 15 does it, if we close out on this 15, you could just, you know, drive up, right? Start to make the move right there. But yeah, I mean, that 5 isn't really saying you're gonna drive up though. Yeah, let's see what happens here. See, 2 minutes left. Let's see how this 15 is gonna close. See how this 15 gonna close. Yeah, what I'm looking for here, hopefully, if it could happen, nice. If not, it is what it is, right? Yeah, if you can get a 15-minute close bullish, so not above, right? 15-minute close bullish respecting, so something similar to this, right? Then you get an hourly closer above here, right? So this technically, no, it's not babushka play. No, it's not. It's not. But yeah, you just need an hourly closer above, and then I'll take these buys going up to mitigate the position. All right, and yeah, that'll be it for us. That'll be it for us. Something, that means I lost how much on that? I lost, what's that? This would be, let me see, what exactly would this be? 206.525. Here, 8. Oh. Wow, 100. 100 here. Okay, so we just we just closed on the what? On the 3rd, on the 15. So we closed barely above, right? So barely, just bare. Actually, no, you close respecting, man. I can't even say that's a closer above. Yeah, hell no. Yeah, you close damn near like fully respecting, like just exactly at that level. All right, so anything can happen here. You could continue driving down this 15. You could drive up, fill this wick, close above, which is what we're gonna hope happens, right? And then once we have that hourly closer above, we're gonna look to take the buys going topside. Yeah, so it'll be 0.5, $5, it's 150, 200. Yeah, so yeah, let's see what go on here. Let's see what go on. Let's see what we can get. Let's see what we can get. If this 5 and ooh, look at the 5 formation. 5 formation looks nice. That looks nice. Yeah, the 5 formation looks nice, but I can't really get into anything too early here, right? I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna just get into a position here. Yeah, because it is a mitigation position. You don't want your mitigation position to need a mitigation position, right? So yeah, let's see. Can we end up on a W regardless? Let us see. with that hourly closer, right? That hourly closer doji, I'm going to we're gonna count that as an L. I mean, I still have the position running, but I'm not gonna keep the stream going, right? So really there's no point. So I'm gonna count that as an L for the stream. I'll update y'all, let you guys know how the actual move ends up playing out next week, or not next week, tomorrow. Yeah, so DJ sells. I'm not sure how much of a loss that's gonna be quite yet, so you know, can't really put anything there. But in terms of the record, now we got 10 losses. And I started the stream off saying, oh, this week gonna be a good week. Yeah, I jinxed it, innit? That's my fault. I jinxed the whole week, huh? Shit, might as well not trade anything. I'm playing. That's trades taken, and monthly we got 1 loss for the month. Okay, so not the best start to the month on the stream anyways. Looks like you're coming down here. Most likely you're gonna hit stops. I mean, I could wait for the next 5 minutes just to see if we hit stops. Right, might as well hit stops on stream, right? Yeah, I think I'll hang around for the next 5 minutes. So let's see how this next 5 minute closes. See if we hit stops, and yeah, that'll be it for us. Yeah, as soon as this 5 minute closes, we're gonna be actually, nah, I could just start signing off right now. So yeah, man, if we end up not hitting stops here, I'm still gonna be waiting for an hourly closer, right? I'm still gonna be waiting for this hourly to close bullish above, right? And once we close bullish above, I'll take those buys to the top side. So you know, if this 4 hour ends up not coming down here, creating a steeper bottom wick, if we end up closing bullish on this 4 as well at 1 o'clock, that's something you could play, right? You could play the hourly closer above. So different things you could play, but they all require closers, right? They all require some higher time frame closers, so your hourly and your 4 hour. So not really gonna just sit here through all of that. But yeah, this is still one position, right? If I take another buy up here, it's still one position, right? So it's a net profit thing, right? It's a net profit. So yeah, that'll still be one position. Yeah, but yeah, I'll see. We'll see how this closes. We'll see how price continues to form. If we hit stops, we hit stops, right? But yeah, that's about it. Yeah, just waiting for this 5 to close, and then we'll sign off. If I'm staying, well, no, there's no reason to stay. No way I'm staying. I'd rather just have the L on my record. But yeah, but in terms of why this didn't end up playing out, I mean, a couple of reasons, right? Again, this range we're in, right? Like I was saying, preferably you would want price to, you know, print some levels on the lower time frame, so you really know what's going on in this range, because this level here is based off of higher time frames, right? So on the lower time frames, you could have some levels in here, right? But my thought process is, we're so bullish, and with the way this candle developed, the way we actually formed, that was an hourly closer above, the way that actually formed, I did think we were gonna continue pushing up here. So you know, that one was on me. But I think how we could have prevented ourselves from getting into this position was to wait for the pullback, right? Because remember how we had this level here for the pullback? We wanted to see a pullback to this level before getting in the trade, right? But instead we pulled back to this level, then we flipped, right? And that's how we got into the trade. So I mean, it was a decent pullback, but it wasn't the full pullback, so to speak, right? So if we had waited for the full pullback, quote unquote, then we wouldn't have even been in this trade, right? So that's some way we could have mitigated this, right? Prevented this loss. But you know, all in all, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Okay, so this 5 minute just closed. You should see that push down now. We should hit stops. We should hit stops right about now. I mean, I want to hit stops on stream, but yeah, this is still dancing around. So yeah, whatever. So I'm gonna just sign out right now. I'm gonna sign off right now. L for today, but hey, lesson learned, right? We gained some knowledge for the day, right? We gained some knowledge at least. So we're gonna be back again tomorrow, same time, same place, 7:30 a.m. Eastern, 12:30 p.m. West African time. All right. With that being said, appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you did tune in, hopefully you ain't take that trade, but you know. C'est la vie, c'est la vie. On to the next one, y'all. Peace.